This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and this is my theory about why Rex retires, why he goes to that walker and lives alone with the other two clones, when I was thinking always with Burger and Wolf, and what pushes him away from fighting the Empire, what makes him think the Empire is unstoppable and there's nothing for him to do, and why does, the return of a few Jedi are able to push him back. And I think that the main reason is because Rex has committed something that's terrible, something he could not forgive himself for, and he just saw no point in fighting, and once the Jedi, Kanan and Ezra, appeared, he saw hope return with them. And honestly, what do you think this atrocity is? What could he have done that is so terrible? And I think, well, of course, it's not Order 66, since he's already fighting, and him almost committing Order 66. Honestly, when looking at it, I think that he killed Commander Cody. And you might be thinking, this is crazy, and there's no way he could have done it. But Commander Cody's story after Revenge of the Sith, the little we know of it, has already been changed forever, since he was an instructor on Kamino to stormtroopers, but since all cities on Kamino were just destroyed, that's not going to happen for him. Sure, Cody could still become a leader for the clones, or to train stormtroopers, but there's one scene that it never made sense to me why he said it, and that scene is this one.
Where are we?
How intriguing. Well done, B-1268.
Roger, roger.
Oh no. The war. It's not over.
Rex. Rex!
Cody!
And one thing is, that scene maybe never made full sense because, from my memory, I don't remember Rex and Cody ever being captured together, at least. Rex was captured in the Slaver arc in season 4, I believe. But I don't think, besides that, and of course a little bit later on in Rebels, and in the scene I showed, Rex was not captured before that, at least from what I can remember. So, why, when in a separatist base, would he be thinking of Cody? Sure, it could have been, a reference to the character, but I think that it's something a little more. Perhaps in Bad Batch, Season 2, Cody actually uses some separatist battle droids, or maybe he even just captures Rex towards the end of, we'll say, Season 2 of Bad Batch. But it could be a little later. It could be in the last season. And during this, Rex eventually is able to break out and learns, like Crosshair, Cody either has his inhibitor chip removed or is not active, and he has actively chosen to side with the Empire. And then Rex goes and fights his former friend and kills him. I think that would be such an interesting and different storyline. And honestly, I'd really want to see where we would go from that. But honestly, what do you think of this? I think that would probably be a very intriguing way to get Rex to go and, quit the fight, but also in that scene, perhaps the reason he was thinking of it was, of course, because it was similar, and maybe while he was unconscious, he was thinking about, subconsciously, about how he killed Cody, and that haunts him while he essentially is, asleep, which basically he was since he was knocked out. And one of the interesting things is how they say that clones were designed to not, take any type of trauma, including psychological. But we did see that under very certain circumstances, like with Gregor being nearly killed in a shuttle crash and then blown up, trauma can affect them, as it's extremely severe, and murdering your best friend and brother, I think that definitely could apply. Because I think, there was nothing that we've seen of Rex being captured by separatist forces during the Clone Wars that would lead to him ever being, having a specific experience, and him calling back to Cody. That definitely, never happened. But I think that if he did kill his brother and basically his, best friend, that would push him on the path to not want to fight anymore and want to just go into retirement because he sees how destructive this battle is, and since there's no one that could win the war, like the Jedi, he just sees no point in fighting. And I think that once, people like Kanan and Ezra show up, they're able to give him that hope once again, and he tries to, unknowingly to us, redeem himself for murdering Cody. And maybe he wasn't even murdering, maybe he had a justified reason for killing him. Maybe it was that he couldn't, it was either his life or Cody's, and he decided to save his life. But honestly, with that fact that we haven't heard anything from Cody since Revenge of the Sith in terms of timeline, and that he was considered for Rebels but was not put in it, I think that this could be, and of course for Rebels he was supposed to be a villain, but with this, I think that would be such an interesting storyline to both see, and it would make so much sense to why Rex would quit the fight against the Empire. But honestly, I'm just wondering what you think. I was just kind of thinking about this, a few days ago. I was like, that would be interesting. So I decided to go, make a video about it. But yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.